Well, hello, this is Sonia J. Wells, your lifestyle transformational strategist, coming to you to share insightful tips, tools, and teachings to help you do the work to live the life that you deserve. Well, this is Empower Me Moment. And today's topic, I am talking about daring to do the work. Ladies, one of the things that I truly believe is this. The greatest deception that you can have in your life is that of self-deception. I often say that no one can lie to you like you lie to yourself. Because we all have blind spots in areas in which we are uninformed or unappreciative about a subject about ourselves. We're just so deceived that we cannot even see this area of our life that actually may be hindering us or keeping us from seeing the truth. You know, a blind spot is something you know, something's blocking that view. It may be a lie. It may be a belief. Well, whatever it is, it's hindering you from seeing the truth about something pertaining to your life. We are all born with blind spots. In the spiritual realm, we call them strongholds. And a stronghold is an area of darkness within our mind or our personality that causes us to causes ongoing spiritual, emotional, or behavioral problems. This is serious, okay? And we can be genuinely born again and have sincerity in our faith, but we have an ongoing struggle with our thoughts, our emotions, or a habit that wage war against our knowledge of the truth. These things literally inhibit us from walking in the true essence of who our Creator called us to be. Well, you know, I got a personal story on this one, right? Because, hey, we all are guilty of having strongholds, blind spots, whatever you want to do. Whatever it is, whatever you want to call it. Because we are human beings and things happen in our lives that hinder us from seeing truth. I'm talking about daring to come face to face with yourself, daring to do the work. In my life, I've had so many strongholds regarding my identity, regarding my purpose, because I lacked the knowledge of the stronghold, which means I lacked the knowledge of the power to change my life. I blamed others, and I literally felt as though I was powerless. You see, when you have strongholds or blind spots, you are ignorant, and ignorance is to lack truth. We have been deceived, and can also be deceived even by our own selves. For instance, and I want to give you a real good analogy that you can relate to, because most ladies have given birth to babies, have conceived a child. You see, for instance, when a woman conceives a child, she is impregnated with a seed, right? And our thoughts are like seeds. They actually become concepts and opinions and beliefs that we hold to be true. These concepts, whether right or wrong, true or false, can become a part of us, and we live and respond to life, ladies, based on what we have conceived to be true in our spirit. However, we can be robbed of truth and conceive a lie, which is deception, or to be deceived. Let me give you another example. I truly believed and conceived that because I grew up poor, I was inferior to everyone. I literally believe that. I grew up in South Louisiana on that red dirt road. I lived in a trailer house, and wasn't really anything wrong with a trailer house, but the stigma attached to the trailer house was that if you grew up in a trailer house, you were poor. I mean, we grew up on food stamps, and you know the story, government cheese and the peanut butter, and I'm not kidding. We had wood rats in our trailer that were at least, with the tail alone, 12 feet long. So I was poor. Okay, I wasn't just poor, I was poor. But I formed this opinion, and it became a serious stronghold in my mind. It influenced the way I viewed the world. It impacted how I responded to life. It affected every area of my life, even where I would go shopping at, the kind of people I would interact with or be comfortable around. I recall an incident in which I felt like I was the smallest person in the room. And actually, this is going to be a chapter in my book, and it's called The Smallest in the Room, which is really hard for me because I'm 6 feet tall, as some of you will know. Some of you do know. But I was in a room full of educated women who drove luxury cars, carried luxury bags, wore luxury and designer clothes. And I felt like Cinderella before the ball, okay? I felt like a peasant girl, and it showed in my posture and in my demeanor. I truly had been deceived into thinking that because I was poor and I didn't have what they had, that I was inferior to them. You see, I had been deceived. I have been robbed of the truth of who I was and what my true self-worth was in my life. So many of us have been robbed and really, really are living from a place of stronghold. When I talk about doing the work, ladies, what I'm talking about is taking an honest approach and look at your life. Most of the issues in your life or the drama starts with your own personal internal dialogue that you're having with yourself. You see, when you do not confront your stuff or you do not identify the strongholds in your life or deal with what's dealing with you, they actually create drama. You see, I have actually felt victimized by poverty, and I blame poverty for everything that was not right in my life. How I felt when I entered that room full of women who I felt were superior to me. It wasn't that they were superior. It was the lie coming back to me, telling me that they were. Now, they may have thought they were superior, but the honest truth of the fact is they were never superior to me. But I had to deal with the truth of the matter is that I had been deceived. We are so good at confronting and pointing out other people's issues, but when it's time to deal with ours and stop and take a look in the mirror of our own soul, that's kind of hard to do because we get so busy doing, which is just another form of avoidance, that we never actually deal with ourselves or take the time to do the work to live the life that we deserve. It was Socrates who said, "To thine own self be true." You see, it will require you taking some time to pay attention to those strongholds, to those lies in your life, to those deceiving beliefs that you have conceived in your heart to be true, that you've actually given birth to, and you live from that place, from that lie every day. So, you want to really make a difference in the world? Do you really? Do you really want to live to the fullest potential that you're called to? Do you really want the world to see the true essence of your greatness shine through? Well, I hate to tell you. No, I really don't hate to tell you. So I would be lying to say that. But I have to tell you that it's going to take you doing the work. The best thing that ever happened to me was for me to become honest and confront myself. I had to say, you have some issues, girl. I was truly a mess. And it's okay. It's not okay to stay a mess, but it's okay to admit I have some issues and I need to deal with my stuff. Can I tell you the truth? It won't be easy. And it wasn't easy. It was very, very painful to say the least. But it was the best decision that I had ever made in my life, because what it did for me, it helped me to get to know me, Sonia J. Wells. And in the process, it helped me to know God. And listen, there's an equal exchange that happens. Once I got to know Sonia J. Wells, I got to know God. And once I got to know God, I got to know Sonia J. Wells. And once I got to know Sonia J. Wells, I got to know God. You see, it's going back and forth. And he began to speak to me. He began to show me the essence of himself that he wrapped up in this brown clay called me. And that's what he'll do to you. He'll begin to show you your self-worth. What that did for me was it forever grounded me and settled me and gave me the sense of confidence, sense of self-worth, identity, and purpose that is now unshakable. I can enter a room and own the room, no matter who is there. I can be in the midst of wealth and believe that I am just as wealthy as anyone else. Not that I have the measure of wealth that they may have, but I'm wealthy on the inside. which it shows on the outside. So don't keep deceiving yourselves. Don't keep walking around wearing this mask, pretending that you're okay when you know there's some work that you need to do in your own life. You didn't just come to my website by chance. You came here because you were looking for some solutions to some areas of your life that you know you need to work on. And that's great. You've come to the right place. Don't be the self-deceiving. The prodigal son was wealthy. Even though he had went off and spent all that his father had given him. He had went off and he was wallowing in the pig pen of life. But suddenly he came to himself. I pray you come to yourself. I pray you awaken to the greatness of who you are and begin to say, okay, I'm better than this. I deserve more than this. I pray you stand in the mirror and say that to yourself even on today. You see, self-confrontation is the act of coming face to face with oneself. It is to face up or deal with the issues or the problems, however difficult they may be. It's a good thing. Ladies, it is a good thing. My final word to you is this. Don't fool yourself into thinking that you are alone in anything, because you're not. There's so many women walking in the same shoes that you're walking in right now, afraid to come face to face with themselves. All you have to do is take action. Take action right now. Act on what you heard. Even the word of God says, don't be a hearer of the word only, looking in the mirror, but never doing anything, seeing the truth, but never taking action, catching a glimpse of the greatness of who you are, but never stepping into the greatness because it's just too hard to do. Take action. Don't just be a hearer of this message, be a doer. Sign up for a life encounter session with me. I've gone through several sessions with people who do what I do, are qualified to do what I do. Take some action and begin to do the work to live the life that you do deserve. Some other things that I want to share with you to do. If you can't do the session with me, come to the Live Drama Free seminar. Oh my God, there's so many things. Join me at Two Women and the Elephant. Every step is a baby step to get you closer to your true self. Some other things that you can do is begin to pay attention to your own self-talk, to that self-talk. See if it's positive or is it negative. What are you saying to yourself every day? What are some of the defeating and critical things that you're saying to yourself? Begin to identify what are some of the strongholds, the blind spots you have in your own life. Once you identify some of the lies, you need to determine the origin of the lie. Where did it come from? Was it an incident that happened in your life, in your childhood, in your past relationship that has caused you to think and believe and act the way you do? And once you identify it, be honest about whatever it is you may be feeling. Do you need to forgive anyone? Do you need to let go of some past hurts and pains? Do you need to see things from a different perspective? Do you need to take responsibility for some of the things that did not go right in your own life? I mean, it's just a gamut of things that you can do. But whatever you do, I dare you to do the work to be the real you. It is going to take work. Most of the people that I work with, they're around 35 to up to 50, 40, 60. That's a great time in life to begin doing the work, because that's one of the stages and ages of life where you're coming full circle. There are certain things that were working that are not working anymore. You're beginning to realize your greatness, and sometimes you need some help to get to that place. I want to be your lifestyle transformational strategist to help you deal with what's dealing with you, to help you get past your past, to help you come up with a strategy to live a fulfilling, empowered, and drama-free life. I want to thank you for listening on today. Take the next step right now and schedule your session with me. I want to see you. I want to meet you because you are important to me. Alrighty, this is Sonia J. Wells, your lifestyle transformational strategist, coming to you today on Empower Me Moments. Ladies, you have a empowered and drama-free day. Bye-bye.